Man, oh man, I love working with kids. Yesterday, I got done teaching a Super Kids book writing course to my 11-year-old daughter's 5th grade class. And today's topic is about the attack of the Pickle people. I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. So what is the attack of the Pickle people? It is my daughter's new book that we wrote with 38 of her fellow classmates in her 5th grade class. And I learned a ton during the creation of this story. What we do during this class is I like to teach a workshop with my daughter. I've done this a few times now. And I lead the kids that are participating. And this is either virtually, or in this case, obviously, it was her classroom. And we actually help them create a book while we teach them the process. And here's why this is important for you to pay attention to today, is that I learned that even though I've been doing this for a few times, I still kind of sucked on making this simple. Because I believe that simplicity is the example of genius. Like the smarter you are at something, you don't really know something until you know how to teach it, and know how to teach it well. And what I learned is a room full of 40 kids who are all about 11 years old can be a very confusing place. And I realized that my amazing skills at teaching kids, and my daughter and I have created this, we've got a book out that we teach people to kids to write a kid's book, and we've taught several workshops now, and my daughter teaches this with me. She was mostly silent at this training. She did about maybe 5-10% of it, but she was a little maybe embarrassed in front of her classroom. But what I realized is that it's really our responsibility to find out how to make what we want to share with the world really simple to understand. And the only way we're going to get there is through practice and repetition. Last night I was watching some videos on YouTube. My wife's out of town right now, so I've got a couple of days to myself, which just means I stayed up all night doing a little bit of homework, and I was trying to pretend I was doing homework. Actually, I was. I was watching some videos from different people on YouTube that I follow because I wanted to track their storyline. And Casey Neistat is a pretty popular guy on YouTube. You should check him out if you haven't done so already. You probably have already seen his videos. If not, then you can follow his channel, and I think you'll get a lot of value from it. What I was doing is I was following Casey, and I was trying to find out the storytelling things that he puts into his videos, because his videos on average get 1, 2, 3 million views, and he'll oftentimes post, for a long time he was posting 1 video a day, and now he's posting maybe 3, 4, 5 a week, something like that. So he puts a lot of videos out there, and I don't know if you know this, but when you get that many views on YouTube, YouTube likes to pay you. So they'll pay you money for that, and they call him a vlogger, so a video blog or vlog. And I was studying with Casey, and he was really helping me help you and help my clients and help these kids simplify a message and make sure that stories have clarity and that there's this magic with how to tell a story that interests people, that captures their attention in a way that they actually like to consume as well. And it's an art and a science. And here's my challenge for you today. I'm going to start with a question for you. Where in your life are you being too confusing? Where in your life, actually here I'll ask a better question. Where in your life right now do you need to simplify your life? Maybe it's personal or professional. Where do you just have too much complexity, there's too many things going on, and it would just benefit you and everybody else if you get down to some really simple clarity in what you're sharing with the world, or in just what's overwhelming you right now. Where in your life do you need to simplify? And then question number 2 is, why is it important for you to actually create some simplicity here. And I just spent all day with one of my assistants, and her name is Karen, and she helps with our personal business, and she helps with she's my executive assistant right now in our publishing company, Epic Author Publishing. And Karen and I worked for a long time today to further simplify just the sign-up process for people to join our Super Kids Book Workshop. It took us hours to come up with this. We overcomplicated it. It's so simple, but yet it took a long time for us to actually get this done. There's a quote I heard a long time ago, and I actually don't know who this is from, so I'm going to put in here unknown as the who. But I heard it about people who write. So imagine a letter being written, and there's this phrase that I like to use. It is, "I'm sorry I wrote you such a long letter. I didn't have time to write you a short one." Because it actually takes time to make things simple. And when you and I are starting something new, or we want to improve on whatever we are doing, or you find an area of your life that you want to improve, it's going to take some time. You're going to find an area of your life you want to make simple. It's going to suck at first. Even though I've written the book, even though I've taught this workshop to other kids before, even though it's just 5th grade kids, I still found that we had many ways that we should have done it to make it even easier and simpler, because I saw the kids' eyes roll back in their head or them just get confused while we were teaching. And the only way to get there, what Casey Neistat was saying, is the only way to become a master storyteller, the only way to master any craft is just through consistency. And I try to teach that on a regular basis. I find that if I do something daily is the only time that I really have any chance of mastering it. That's why I exercise daily. That's why I now have my daily podcast. I do several other things that are daily commitments so that I can make sure that I improve. So the follow-up question, I said question number 1, where in your life do you need to simplify? Question number 2, why is it important? Question number 3 is what's slowing you down or stopping you? What's slowing you down or stopping you from taking this overwhelming, confusing part of your life, the area that you need to simplify, and just what's slowing you down or stopping you? Are you distracted by YouTube videos? Is it that you don't have time enough in the day? Are you out there looking for a job? Are you buying things on Amazon? Are you visiting, spending too much time on Facebook? I don't know what your distractions are or what's getting in your way, but it's important that you know. And by the way, this is a part of the process that we go through with our kids, and I go through with our authors, is what are the distractions and things that are getting in your way, the things that could slow you down or stop you. And I asked the kids in the classroom to go ahead and give us some of those, and they mentioned sports and video games and school and homework and a variety of things. It's important to know what the things are that are going to potentially get in the way. And then question number 4 for you, and that my challenge for you today is just ask and answer these questions. Put them down in your journal and your success journal, and then commit to doing something towards moving something forward. You need to actually take some action. The beginning part would be write these down and answer the questions. So I'll give you question number 4. Is how do you, now that you know what you want, the area of your life you want to simplify, you know why it's important, you have an idea of what's going to slow you down or stop you and get in the way, now I want you to go one step further and design something that is fun. Like a fun reward system for you so that you finish. Like what is it that you can set up that is a win for you? I like to do this, I think on one of our podcasts here, we called it consequences and rewards. And I like to set up both. So on this final one, and for question number 4, is how do you make this fun so you can finish? Like, I don't know about you, but I love having fun. You know, I like to enjoy the process. If I'm doing something that sucks, I still try to find a way to have fun. I don't like to do dishes, but if I have to do dishes, and sometimes I do because the kitchen's crazy, and my wife is busy, and she's doesn't always clean. I may be careful with this. She doesn't always clean up after herself, and we have kids, and we have people over, and then they're just there, and I don't have the assistant in to clean that. Maybe one day I got to do it. So I do it with a smile on my face. I play music. I find a way to make it fun. I find a way to make a lot of the things that I don't like in my life fun. And if I find myself not getting stuff done, because it sounds like I'm just such a finisher, and so I do everything, I don't have any freaking problems, which is complete baloney, okay? So I do the same exercise myself. Today, I've gone through this similar process of, my gosh, even though I don't want to do it, even though it's going to take a lot of time, I sat down with my assistant and we figured out a simpler system to go ahead and enroll people into our Super Kids Book Workshop program. By the way, you can just message me on social media, and if you tell me that you want to potentially become a Super Kids Book author or have a kid that you'd like to get enrolled in our Super Kids Book program, oh my God, you've got to check it out. Go to superkidsbooks.com. You should be able to find the details there about becoming an author, and you can just message me personally, and I'll go ahead and invite you to the next virtual book workshop we have. It's normally $127, and we write a book during the program, and then we publish the book. So everybody who's part of it, all these kids that were there yesterday, and their book is called Attack of the Pickle People, which is where that comes from today. The Attack of the Pickle People will become a published book because we created it during that class, and you guys could join us. I think we discount it. We have a huge discount right now. It's like $27, and you can join. You can either pay $127 or you can join our membership program, and it's $27. You become a published kids book author, and I teach you. You get access to our course. There's all kinds of cool things. Kids are given scholarships every month that we have in our program, so it's pretty cool. At any rate, hopefully you got some value from today's episode of Attack of the Pickle People. I actually thought I'd talk more about that today, but I didn't. Instead, I talked about simplicity and the importance of these questions. So my challenge for you today, go ask and answer those questions, put them in your journal, and then make sure you do something. Do something today towards making your life in that area that you chose simpler. All right? Take some action. I can't wait to see you tomorrow on a daily dose of Greatness Quest. To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.